Wait, DD just tweeted out they're looking for one on Twitter.
Who?
DZ. Yeah, okay.
Wait, DZ finally tweeted they're looking for one competitive?
Yeah.
Finally. Like with their placement, you just knew like something was coming, right? With all the rumors that have been on Twitter.
People
It's
here.
cool, something's finally out.
I don't think Zero showed his face since Lynn, so.
To be honest, from what I remember when I was watching DarkZero's like VODs, I don't even think Xynew even play bad. I don't even think it was his like, it was because of him they like did so bad. Especially considering losers bracket. Losers bracket was not even his fault at all. They still had a chance to make it the finals. Yeah, basically Xynew's up for sale. He's not released completely. Most orgs, they're like, depending on the esport, most orgs, you don't just get released for free. Like, you know, people, money, right? Money. So, if you're still in the contract, just because you get dropped or you want to leave, you're not actually free. It really depends on the org. It also depends on, like, if there's anybody even interested in you. Because usually, like, most orgs, like, don't get interested in buying out anybody, especially in Apex. Or I guess primarily for Apex, if you don't get any offers, then they'll release you for free. Because they don't want to pay, they don't want to be like obligated to pay you if nobody wants to like buy you out. So they just like eventually just release you anyways. It's usually what happens. Like most orgs don't like keep you in fucking contract jail or try not to, just because they would still be getting paid or like they would still be losing money on a player that's not even competing. How did Mac get around that? Well, either Mac's contract was up or usually TSM doesn't really give a shit with like holding players to contracts and stuff like that, or content creators. They're really like lenient on stuff like that. It really just depends on like who you are, but most of the time they just like don't give a shit, you know, about like holding you to your contract, etc. TSM specifically. I don't know about other orgs. So they make this decision when Land finish, and then they didn't find someone to buy him. Now they just release him.
All right.
Well, let me see. What do they type exactly on DZs? Active roster to restricted free agency. So yeah, basically DarkZero's like, hey, we don't want him anymore, but you have to buy him. And most likely, no one's gonna fucking buy Xynew, right? And then he'll just be released eventually. Like, actually, he will be unrestricted. You're always like, whoever plays with Jen Burton and Zero, you will always be the first guy to leave. Every single time. Like, you're playing with two guys that have been playing together for a while, that had so much success together for so long, right? And like, the third guy that joins is like, unless you're fucking me or Sweet or somebody that's like really, really credible, you're gonna be the first one to be dropped. No matter like how good you play, most likely, you know? Just because you're like the new guy on the team.
Ready up. It's go time.
Yeah, the problem is when you join DZ, there's a very good chance of you doing really well, but also you risk getting dropped really fast if you don't perform like top 3, you know? So it's like, yeah. I think Walter would be a better fit to Guild. I completely agree. But you need like, no offense to Guild, like you need, since you're the new guy in the team joining DarkZero, you need to have like an actual opinion. Like you can't be like Guild, Xynew, like people that kind of just like succumb to fucking Zero's ego in a way. You need to have another guy that joins the team that actually has like a fucking ego, and if it's either warranted or not, doesn't really matter. And Walty is like perfect for that. I'm not saying like Walty has like an unwarranted ego, but Walty would not like let Zero fucking, you know, just bash him all the time. That's how I see it. No, I don't even put Design. Well, Design has like too much of an ego.
Guns over here,
Design sometimes just have too much. Walty's like the perfect. I think Walty's a perfect player for their team. Literally perfect, but yeah.